So I guess we are live. Have to check. Yeah. So let me confirm. Hello, 1, 2, 3, mic testing. So I guess we are live. Yeah, definitely works. So let's start. So this is my first stream. What I'm actually trying to create, and let me just show you. So I have a website called as booleanstack. I created a while ago. Uh, let's visit that website and see. So pretty noob website right now. And if you just what I was trying to make is let's say you visit leetcode.com and you see a particular problem there. Let's just say problem of the problem of the day. So my main issue with this thing was to dry run this out and create a visualization for this particular problem. And likewise, I had issues with multiple questions. I thought if there was a visualization for that problem, then things could have been much easier for my DSA journey. So my idea was to actually initially hire people and get things working. See, I'll show you the example. One such example would be I created this particular vlog, and this particular section is interactive, and the entire other section is loaded via SSR. So some of the part are loaded dynamically during the client side, and some of the part is loaded in the server side. So even if you visit the website and check the network tabs, you will understand what I'm saying. So let's just go to the network tabs. Thing disable cache, yeah, and let's just reload the website. So and if you see the response, and if you see the preview, okay, something wrong with it. Hmm. So and a few things are there. Okay, let me see it again. I'm missing something, I don't know. But the core idea was simple. I want to load the static content statically, since this is the content that is not going to change, and some of the content that is going to change, that is this dynamic part. I want to create multiple examples, so that I'm going to load via client side. So this was the base idea, and this is what the Boolean stack is. You can consider it like a upgraded version of GFG that I'm trying to create. So right now it does not have many features, like only added few algorithms, and this entire thing to create one such vlog, it took me you can say 1 hour 2 hours of time, and I do not want to create it. So what I am going to do is I'm going to implement this whole thing, this whole blog making process via some AI tool that I have in mind. So that is what this stream is about. So we'll be wireframing things, and we'll be learning it together. Let's go back. Let's get back. Okay, let me show you one more thing. So this is what I created during few hours ago, and this is what the idea is. So if you have, so basically, I want to create 3 Google Sheets. Google Sheet number 1, 2, and 3, and we have a client that the user is going to request. So one the features that I want to create is, first, client can request some kind of question, because I'm the website will have all the questions eventually, all the visualization of all the questions eventually. But if some user require it right now and they want to get it, so at that moment, what I was thinking, to give user a form. Here there is a form, actually. There's a form, and user can actually this form is going to directly get added to the DB. Okay, I'll just write, I just wrote it as a client query DB, but this can be any database, or even in fact this can be a Google Sheet as well. We don't require a DB at all. So if you don't know about N8N, it is basically a program or application, you can say web app right now, that you can deploy it on Docker. I have deployed one app in N8N, but the core idea is I want to trigger a workflow, and I want to capture Google Sheets, whatever data is there in from the Google Sheets. Let's say, so the first sheet, what it's going to have is the custom sheet, that the questions that I'm going to add in it. Let's say some concept like binary search. This is going to be in this particular sheet, or let's just say apart from binary search, what else we have? We have DFS, BFS, any particular topic that you want to add that needs to be added in the sheet. This will be in the custom sheet. That the algorithms that I want to add as a user. And the second sheet that I was thinking to create was DSA 450 or A to Z sheet of Striver. So these are the most popular questions that are being added, and this is just, this third sheet is just the user form, whatever user enters. This is the third sheet. So the core idea is these three sheets are going to be picked by one AI agent. Let's say topic. I'm calling it as AI agent topic generator basically. So it will fetch one topic from this sheet, or one topic from this sheet, and one topic in this sheet, but it's going to be synchronous, one topic at a time, either from this sheet, or this sheet. And then it is going to basically, once the topics are fetched, what I'm thinking is to create three reference Claude, three reference LLMs. Let's just say AI1. This is AI1, just Google AI, and the second one is Cloud AI, and third one is OpenAI. So what I'm trying to do is integrate all three AI LLM models, maybe using some LangChain or some Python interface SDK if they have one. And I also want to create one such website where I do reference. I mean, let's say uh, there is a topic, binary search, and I go to Google, I search first 10 websites, I scrape first 10 websites, first 20 websites, and if and I visit each of these websites and gather a bunch of data. Okay, so these data I have, collection of those data I have, and then I'm also getting data from AI model 1, that is Google LM. I'm also getting data from AI model 2, that is Claude LLM, and third from the OpenAI. So all these data, that entire data you have, is going to be passed to again a AI agent to do the data cleaning. Let's just say all these data, let's say bunch of data is being generated with this particular context, and that is going to pass to the context window, where what I'll do is I'll clean the results out, and whatever the result we get after cleaning, that I'm going to add with the component context. And what this component context is, basically these are just UI components that I have created, or I will create, because right now I do not have any idea what these components will be. Let's just say at the UI layer, I'm using front end. In front end, I'm using React. Let's just say there is a component of memory block. So this memory block, the visualization of this memory block, this is the component context, because I want to generate blog via component context and the data that we have. So these two are going to be feed into the AI block generator feed, where what I'm thinking is there will be some kind of a feedback loop that is going to have. So once a blog is generated, it goes to the blog validator, again an AI LLM AI call. So that call is again going to refactor whatever is the suggestion, and it's going to push to the generator itself. So this will continue for, let's just say, maximum up to some number of steps that we can configure. Let's just say 8 steps or 10 steps, because the more we do it, the more cost we are going to have. And as such, that is going to be passed once the blog is generated. We are going to add that particular logic into the release log sheet, that some kind of Google Docs again, or some kind of database. I've not thought that well yet, but definitely some kind of log sheet will add. And after that, whatever job that this AI block picked, let's just say it has some kind of ID from the sheet, that let's just say custom sheet underscore one, or coding sheet underscore one, or this user job sheet underscore one. So this is going to update in this particular section that the block for that particular topic has been created, and we do not need to create it again. And finally, we are going to validate that. So this was the core idea. And the topic generator that you can think of is just a Google Sheet which are going to have this type of schema. So let's just say question ID, you have question name, you have question link, topics, tags, difficulty, block type, block category, is block created, references. So I have no idea about how this is going to work out, but I definitely want to improve the Boolean stack, and so that is the reason I'm coding it. I have no idea how do you pause the stream as well. Is it we stop the stream? You need to first learn that. I need to learn how to pause the stream as well. Wait a minute. How to pause YouTube stream, live stream. How to pause live stream on YouTube. Pause stream on YouTube. Okay, so there is something called as take a break. Just go to the section. Setting. I have no idea how to pause the stream, but I'll definitely have to look into it. Let's just code it for now, because we don't have any viewers, so who cares? So I was actually researching this particular concept and the entire thing, that what I can do. So the current site that Boolean stack is made with was with Astro. Let me see if I have the code, because I actually committed with some other profile and had to delete the repo. But if it is there, then it would be awesome. Boolean stack, let's just see. Yeah, so there is no repository called as Boolean stack. Let me just connect to my old system. I think it will be there in there. Open in an app. So this is my secondary PC that I'm accessing. It's actually in Mumbai, so might be slower. But let's just go to, yeah. Come on. Yeah, 1, 2. Okay. So here we are at my accessing my other desktop. I'm going to go full screen, and I'm going to resize to fit so that it looks better at least. So where was I? So I need to actually commit the code that I have. So it's just, I think it's going to be in coding files. Kai, not Kai exactly. Kite, William stack. There we go. So I created this website using Astro. So let me just open this out. I just want to push it, right? So I think GitHub Desktop is my go-to champion for this. So let's just go and try to push it out. Add existing repository in desktop, putting files, Kite, and there we go. We have Boolean stack here. So let's just select this folder, add the repo, And as you can see, there are a bunch of things that I've committed, but due to some org restriction, I had to entirely delete the repo because I actually committed using my org email, and you cannot commit. You can never commit anything from your org email. So that's one thing that you should be aware of. So discard everything, discard all things, but the code is still there, right? So that's the good thing about this. What I'm going to do next, just need to find where, just open this in the cursor or get VS Code, where whatever is the preferred right now. So I'm just going to see explorer dot. I want to actually delete the entire dot git. I have to close this out as well. You cannot delete it otherwise. Just delete. Yeah, go. It is gone. The repository is gone. And actually want to clone it, initialize the git repo again. So let me just go to the terminal, git init. So initialize the repo. Just go back to file. There are a bunch of files to commit. And I just started DaVinci resolve a mistake. Let me just close this out. Yeah. So where was I? So this is GitHub desktop, basically PC. So what do I want to commit? I can name this as a magic commit. I generally name everything as a magic commit. So and just wizard. Yeah. Come on, just get added, man. Okay. I think something is red because I think I'm accessing, but leave it. Let's write this. I think Wing is fine. Let's just commit this out. This is getting committed using my own email. So let's just push this in some branch, desktop, man, publish repository. Keep this code private. Array. I think I made one mistake, so I need to actually correct this out. Or let's just keep it private because I'm trying to make it as something cool, right? Just go to github.com, check if the files are there. I use GitHub desktop for my stuff. Yeah, call me noob, whatever you can, but yeah, that is what it is. So let's just reload this out again. Is the code even committed? Booleanstack. Don't have the webs. Or is that get was that committed to my org email? Just go to archive. See. I think it might be committed there. And I do not have any idea where this commit went. So let me just see it in cursor. Just open cursor. We'll figure that out together. This is quite slow because this is my other PC. Open projects. Let's go to C drive, loading files. Where was I? Kite and booleanstack. Let's just so yeah, many things are missing. Just close this out. There we go. I was having your suggestions before as well. Come on, dude. So that's so noob. Okay. Control L, was it? Yeah, definitely Control L. And just see what really happened. Git remote -v check where is it getting committed. And, but I cannot see it in my repo for some reason. I'm not able to see it if it exists there. Why is it so? Mm, I have no idea why it's not showing in my. Okay. Got it. Because I've been not been signed in. It might be the reason. Yeah, definitely. What a noob. So boolean stack is there. Magic commit is also made. And this was actually the old website that I created. I in fact implemented an open graph, everything I created. But now if I visit the website, and there is a lot of painful stuff in the website itself, that creating this in Astro is really painful. So the initial plan is going to be migrate everything from whatever I created in for this to Next.js. That's the initial plan. And one more thing, I just want to see if how the stream is going. So I'll take maybe 2 minutes of that, 2 minutes of break for it. But this is going to be a continuous stream for most likely 3-4 hours, likely.
He's had a live stream on.
So let's just go back to see the code. So the initial code base that I had was in Astro, right? Let me just try to run this if it works, because it's been so long time. Let's just try using bun install. Bun is not recognized, so I'll just do it with yarn for now. So let's just see if it works with this as well. Micro. So until this is going, I can actually go back to the software and see if I've missed anything. So this is my annotated schedule. This is the job sheets, and pick job from coding sheet, pick job from user form. I think this looks fine to me for now, and we do not have any daily active users, and we do not have to do any back off envelope stuff for it. But definitely this is going to be the hardest thing to do for me, because even in the past I tried to create this out, but I had very major problems with this component context. So this component context needs to be very accurate, and the way that I'm thinking for this is just have some TypeScript definitions defined instead of passing the entire component to the AI model. So that is how I'm thinking to solve the problem actually for this. And this is rigged. So yeah. So the component context is nothing, but let me just remove this out. Component context, this is nothing going to but the type definition itself. So I'll just create another box for it. Just mark it as the type definitions. Type definitions. The spelling might be wrong, so forgive me for that. And I think the rest looks fine. As we make the application, we'll likely have to think about this is nothing going the client. When I say client, I do not mean the end user. Here I could say user request. Okay, this is a user request. The end client, the final client that who's going to see is he's just going to see the blocks that we created, like the block that I have right now. This particular website, Boolean stack. This is one block, right? The inclusion and exclusion principle, if you see. And this is actually a template that I created, but it was very painful to work with. So I'm not going to again create anything in Astro because I do not have any good reviews for it. Understanding IAP with two-way diagram, I think it took a lot of time. Probably when I created it took my 3 to 4 hours to just implement this particular blog, but this looked good. I mean, even if you see this blog, it's worthy of reading, I would say, because there is a lot of good stuff going on, some kind of things, and the code itself looks fine. And it took some time to implement the code logic itself. I'll show you how this was done. I mean, this entire component is in Astro. Let me just show you in my old system. So if you go back, so I had to create like custom theme toggle theme provider. Let's just start with the entry file itself because actually we have to migrate it as well, right? So give me a minute, just want to check something. Actually, I had to keep the live stream ready for all minute. Anything? So like confirm that you have but with concept and the entire thing that what I can do. User here, I could say user request. Okay, this is a user request. The end client. So I was just watching my own stream. Let me just make the sound as 0 so that I know that everything is working smooth, and probably just add this of right there. Yeah. If I get some kind of sun, it would be really nice, but I'm not seeing anything where I can push this out. So, that being said, let's just start with uh, the coding part of this. Was this installed? Okay. I think this is a bug. Yeah, I thought that it won't work first because I think it's a very old code and platform is not a module. I'm not sure why this error, why I have to face this error. Let's just try one more time, but this time using npm, the good old npm way. Let me just remove this yarn lock. Or we do have pnpm. Do we have pnpm in my system? Say pnpm install. If this works, made a mistake. Pnpm install. If this works, then I think, yeah, node models will be removed and initialized from scratch, of course. So let's try this out. It's going to take a lot of time, but I really like PNPM because of the caching, and it adds the packages very quickly if you have those things installed. So if you don't know about PNPM and you're using npm like normal people do, I think you should at least try PNPM and Bun. Bun for me was not that lifesaver, but it compiles TypeScript files like this. So I also prefer Bun sometimes for compiling TypeScript stuff. But PNPM is a go-to for package manager for me because it leverages the caching really fast. So that being said, progress results. I think it's going to take a lot of time for this. Yeah, it is installed, right? PNPM run dev. So let's just try to run this out. If it's able to run, it would be wonder. Localhost 4321. Just run this out and see if it works. Yeah, it works, right? Definitely it works. Let me reset the zoom. So yeah, this was the website I created using pass-through initially. And even to create this website, it was a lot of effort. And I do not have that much time to actually make this working. So I'm going to actually exclude I'm actually going to migrate this entire stuff to Next.js. And I have no idea of Next.js right now because I've not used Next.js for quite a long time. So let's just see what are the things that we have in Next.js. First, let me read the doc if everything is same as last time or am I missing something. Since let me just say things about this repo and then we can actually okay, so since I'm coding in my system, I think this is not going to be a good idea. uh, Better thing for me to do is just clone this in my system, and we can take things forward from that point. So just close this out for now. And I've closed my system, that the Mumbai system. Let me just try that in my terminal itself. I'll just use walk for now because I think it looks sleek and it's really good. So let's cd boolean stack. We have boolean stack, right? Okay. Cursor dot. Let's try to open cursor. Let's try to open boolean stack. Just fetch what is the remote status. Git remote remote hyphen v. Okay. And let's just try to pull this out. Yeah, I think everything works as expected in here as well because this has access to the system. I actually created a few scripts that make sure that I do not commit anything from my system to my company system because I'll get fired if I do. So things there. Where was it? Terminal, cursor, operate. So yeah, just git check. So this actually tells me if this is my system or my company system, and I'm right now accessing my own system, my own Git credentials. So that is a good thing. Let's get back to uh, I just revealed something that I should not. I'll probably have to delete that out, but it's fine. Where was it? I'll just revoke it for now because I do not trust anyone. Uh, where is it? Git ignore. Sudo boolean stack. Yeah. So I need to actually delete the credential first. Google Developer console because I just public my own access key and all. And, this can be problematic for me if my drive is being accessed. So let's go to credentials and I'll just revoke whatever I published. These two. For now, I'll just revoke it for now. Just delete it out. And this is so stupid. I don't get this. Why do you have to type delete? You can just copy the delete word from itself. So yeah, let's just get back to where what we were doing. And okay, back to the boolean stack right there. Okay. So yeah, we'll just try to run if it works actually. So pnpm run dev actually have a shortcut for writing pnpm because I am like that. So pn run dev. Pn is not there in my system, so pnpm run dev. Where JSON package YAML package JSON is found. So I think something is definitely wrong. Let's just see if my GitHub desktop is actually showing it correctly. So this was the portfolio that I was making, but let's just get back to adding the existing repository. And I think Boolean stack is there, right? Yeah, Boolean stack is there. So let's just add this out. And I actually implemented this algorithm. Okay, and package JSON is not there. I'll discard it out. I'll discard these changes out as well. So just fetch the origin, check if everything works. Okay. I do not think this is synced correctly. So the only way I I could fix it is just force reset maybe. So force reset git main. Reset origin main. Let's just try that out. And where was it? Yeah, it is now pointing right there. But I do not. I think my there is no commit history actually. So that is what I'm concerned about. So what I'll do for now is rmrf dot git. Yeah. So this deletes it, git clone. And since we didn't check the remote branch, so we have to clone it again. I'll tell you one hack that I generally use. So if you mess something up and you do not want to reclone everything, so what you can do is just clone this out. I clone this repo now. I'm going to clone this repo. Let's just go clone this repo. I'm going to clone this repo inside my already cloned repo and just going to copy the Git folder actually. Instead of deleting everything, I'll just copy the Git folder and I'll just delete this file, this folder. I do not require it. So if I go back, the changes are present right here. And there are some changes that I did, but I didn't commit actually. So let's just see what was the issue. Npm run dev. Okay. Pushing the files with for Astro. Just run this out. So it's there. I think I added few blogs under the playground section. I think it was, yeah, there are more blogs right here. Tarjan's algorithm. Yeah, these are all interactive. You can see. This is what I want to create every step of that blog that I want to showcase that how this algorithm works actually. And you don't have to rely on some other tools, some tools, because when I looked in internet, I didn't find any tool where I can play around with some kind of algorithm, some kind of that data structures. I didn't find any. So that's the reason I'm going to make this website, and that inspired me to create this website. So enough blabbering around, I say. My English is not that great as well, so I'll just improve as I make more vlog, more live streams. So let's just get back to binary search. Okay, so things are looking fine right now, but I do not want to commit anything, or what I just say is I'll commit everything out. Boolean stack final commit before I destroy this out. So let's just confirm if everything is there. So I created this with Forge, right? And for those who don't know Forge, so there was this. Let me just show you. So I think right now they support only enterprise stuff. But one of my friend was actually working at this particular website, Forge Code, and it's just like Cloud CLI, you can say. But yeah, and you can bring your own keys, let's just say LLM model keys, and you can work with it. I don't know if this is free for now. Yeah, basic AI model, community support, local processing, and this was quite good experience to be honest. But they actually made their pricing as pricing tier, and before that I actually had this early access, that this particular access I had. Mm, and right now it is, I think, free only. So I might be using this as well. I don't know, because I already logged in when I started. But yeah, we'll see how this works out. I didn't know, because it just surprised to me that they again have reverted back to the old pricing, old model of this. Because last I saw this website, the Forge Code, they were only selling this to companies, that enterprise companies, and not to the normal audience. And right now if I see, they are actually selling this to normal audience. I mean, you can try this out, $20 a month, for which you get premium AI models. Basically they have their own CLI they have created. And since my friend is developing this out, so I don't know how I feel about that, but a really great developer, Ranjit. So that's it. Let's just get back to the coding part. Since this, the reason I mentioned that, because I saw this Forge, and yeah. So let me just commit this out. I think this is going to be the final commit. I'm going to replace the name Boolean stack as well to the old website, so that we do not have any conflict in future. Let me just go to Boolean stack, rename this to settings Boolean stack Astro, because I'm going to create a new repo called as Boolean stack. and we'll see how this goes. Rename. So yeah, this is renamed to boolean stack pass-through, and I'm going to make this public. Why not? Why not to make it public? Let's just go and make it public because yeah, boolean stack is going to be private repo. Although the code is going to be publicly visible in these videos, but the entire website is going to be private. The repo, I'm not going to share the repo. Reason being, I do not have any idea how this is going to play out in future. So I do not want to share this publicly. When your phone is ready, click below button, send code via email. I think I do not. Yeah, let's verify this via email. Let me go back. There we go. I received an email, but I'm just too lazy to type it out. So let's just copy this out, go back, verify. Yeah, so this Boolean stack Astro is public. You can visit this website, and let me just write the description for this as well. Booleanstack.com. Right now it's booleanstack.com. I think where did I deploy this out? That's the main question. Did I deploy it on Netlify or did I deploy it on Versa? I have no idea. Let me just check if I deployed it on Netlify. So let me just do login. I don't think I deployed it on Netlify. Let me see if I deployed it on Vercel. Or is it any other platform that I use? Let's log in this out. GitHub desktop. GitHub. Let's log in your GitHub. Yeah. And right now I have no idea where this particular code is deployed. So I might have to backtrack as well. Where was it? Where was this deployed actually then? It's not deployed in Vercel. It's not deployed in my Netlify. Oh, okay. There is one more account I think it might have been deployed to. Deployments might be Netlify itself. Let me just check the domain. It's base key only. Let me just check Cloudflare. Since this is where I deploy manage domain, but I'm not sure if have the access. I mean, if I remember the site correctly, let me just see the extensions. Is it what was the extension name? Bitwarden. Bitwarden. Because I don't remember the password. Let's just get back. Login this. Okay, so let's just back. I think yeah. So I think there was some. Let us go log in the website. Come on, dude. I'm not sure which account I use because I have like two accounts for this. So if the password is not matching, then I have no idea what was the password. Uh, okay. I'll just do forget password. So at this point, I don't even remember. Right at the rate gmail.com. This one. Yeah, this one. I know this is taking a long time, but I think this is required because I have no idea when did I set up last time everything. So sorry for that. Let's just go back to verify it as human. Just log in. Yeah, there we go. Our dashboard is getting loaded. Let's save the password for now. Let's go back to the domains. Do I have any domain registered right here? And manage domains. Do I have any domain? Okay. So I don't have any domain associated with this account. Let me go back to another account. It might be the one that has these domains. So that is actually my org's email. So I'll just use it. Verified as human, login. Yeah, I think it should be good to go. Domain registration. Yeah, so it is being registered. So the reason why I went to domain register is because I want to check what's the DNS for this. That way I will know DNS or rename. That way I'll know uh, where was this configured actually. Station, back to domain, update DNS configuration. Okay, so hang.ns.cloudflare.com. And so I'm not sure this comes with, let me just go back. If I think I missed one thing, let me add another profile. Sign in. Kite solutions at the rate gmail.com. Yeah, there is a TOTP, of course. Let me add back TP auth. So you can't even hack it out even if you want to. So I think kite, yeah, it's not Google, right? 840536. Skip. Get back to the Gmail. Let me load got it. Netlify. I think I signed it using that. GitHub. Sign in. Sign in. Kite solution. Gmail.com. Yeah, again we have a TOTP. We go back. Was it okay? 245 834. I think this will do it. 8534, yeah, works. I think this is where then I signed it using GitHub, and this is where the website is hosted, the Boolean stack. I'm quite not sure, but yeah, there we go. Definitely found these websites because I actually connected using the org stuff because I was trying to separate my own custom stuff from the org stuff. So this is where I deployed Boolean stack in the org website, and I think this is where I'll deploy it again. So I actually want to detach the domain from for this, the project itself. So is the CI/CD working? It was last deployed on July 5. So definitely the CI/CD is not working for this. Let's get back to CI/CD is not working right here. What I can do? Okay, and I do not want to associate with that as well. So I'll need to just remove the project if there is any build step going on. Let me go to the deploy settings. Yeah, there we go. This is where I connected Boolean stack with this. And actually, I linked with orchid/booleanstack. So actually, no need to configure because anyways, I didn't deploy it there. So if I unlink the repository, the website is still there. Actually, have to unlink this as well. So I'll go to the domain management for the project actually. The configuration, I don't remember the configuration steps. So let me just figure this out. What was this? Again, project settings, back to the visitor access. It's very hard. Project members, continuous deployment. I think there should be some kind of domain step as well. Mhm. Is it here or is it here? I'm not quite sure. Options, edit project, cancel. Yeah, I think this is actually injected right here. So I'm not, so I just need to remove this out, I guess. Edit domain, remove domain. Yeah, just remove this out for now. Or what we can do is we can connect, we do not have to remove anything. We can just connect this to my website. And yeah, it should work, right? That way we do not have to redeploy everything. So just go to the deploy settings, link repository, GitHub, and we don't have any website anything right here. And I'm thinking to manage using, yeah, okay, so that works. That way, that means we want to create a new repository. We just create it right here. I do not want to create it actually right here. So story time. So I do not want to create it right here to be fair, because that will actually mess everything up. Uh, but what can we do then? It's getting complicated. Let's just deploy it on our own website, on my own custom domain for the Netlib 5. Let's just go to the Netlib 5 back, login. Yeah, so there we have. But I think the domain name itself is linked, so it won't allow me to relink to another account. So that is a problem, right? We need to fix that as well. So domains, where's the main domain setting? Yeah, domains, right? So this is what we want to delete actually, because we can't have this domain right here. And I do not remember the steps, but we'll figure something out. But yeah, so Boolean stack is no longer in the Netlify. So if we go to the website booleanstack.com, I think these things are pretty quick to be fair. But I'm still seeing the website itself, so I don't know. But let's just get back to the project. Boolean stack, deployment, domain management. It's still there, right? Let's just remove this domain completely. Yeah, and we only have one website for the one link to access Boolean stack. V1 prod netlify.app. And I think we actually going to change this as well. Boolean stack pass through V1 prod. Yeah, so this is going to be the only URL where the old website is accessible. We actually don't care if it is accessible. We just want it for reference to be fair. So that been done. Let's get back to the website. This was the website that we are going to start migrating now. And I don't have any idea about Next.js. I said you right. So let's just get back. Jira, everything. I think this is my work stuff. Just close this out before you guys see anything. Okay. So yeah, we want to actually deploy it right here because it is part of my project. Import from existing project, GitHub. And this is annoying. I mean, Chrome should fix it for whatever the reason they are doing, but this is annoying, pretty annoying. Yeah, I'm not sure how to close this out. To be fair, press escape. Come on, Netlify. Yeah, there is just no way to close this out. Close the browser itself. Just close the browser itself. Because this is annoying. And see this particular bug. Come on, dude. Okay, it's coming from there. Damn. Yeah, Chrome, you should fix this stuff. I don't think this is good. This is good back. Netlify, right? Okay, let me just go back to the code and explain the code. What was the things that I developed during that, or to develop the Boolean stack earlier version of it, and why I made those decisions. So everything starts with where was I? Everything starts with src config. I don't even remember the exact entry point. So let me just go back to the packages and see the entry point. So there is only astro build. So there is no entry or entry file as such. Okay, so in content we have blog, and in blog we have binary search.mdx and inclusion exclusion principle.mdx. So MDX, right? The extension name is MDX. So that means it is markdown extensible. Let me confirm. Was it markdown extensible? Yeah, something like that. So in markdown, in this markdown file, what you can have is you can have your React components like this, and this just works in markdown with MDX files. So you can have your import statements right here, and whatever you add in the import statement, you can use those components later in your code. So this is the reason why I chose Astro, because I didn't know at the time if the React was a good choice, or Next.js, purely Next.js, or just pure React was a good choice, or I didn't have any idea if I will be integrating Vue or any other coding language. And if you know about Astro, you can actually code in multiple languages, and it just works in Astro. I mean, let me just show you things about Astro as well. So give me one. Yeah, let me close this particular Chrome tab. We do no longer require it. Come on. Yeah. So let's just get back to Astro.js. Astro.js. Uh, so I did promise 8 hours of stream, but let's just see how long can I hold. Notification includes my alert, sound sign, icon badges. I have no idea about streaming. This is my first stream. So yeah, if I do anything wrong, just correct me out. So let's get it back. So the reason why I chose Astra was because of the build time, and because of its performance, and we do not have any lock-in. See, with Astro, we get flexibility to use Preact, React, Svelte, Solid, and React. And this was the reason that I chose Astro for the first site. And I still regret till this point that why I chose Astro, because it is such a hard thing to manage the Astro components. I'll tell you one thing. So if you go to, I mean, since I've created a lot of Astro component as well, but there is a lot of juggling around between Astro components and the normal React components. And for some things, this is really good, but for some stuff, this is really horrible. There is no type safety that you get. You can't have type suggestions. There is nothing you can do about this. There is literally no type safety that you get with Astro. And the older version of Astro, at least, didn't have any type safety. This is actually running older version of Astro only. So that being said, if you go to the playground, I mean, I created a lot of stuff with this, and it took a lot of time. I think I should not have given to Astro, but definitely the reason why I created was I wanted to create 90% static and a 10% dynamic site. And for even for the for current use case, this will still work fine. So if you get back to the components, see, already created these components. I mean, there are a lot of components, and there are a lot of examples that you can see. Let me just show you how one blog was created in this one particular blog, and this how this that was created. Let me just go back, code base, examples, binary search. Okay, so let's just see that we have the entry file is going to be index binary search.mdx. So there were only 2 blocks, and this was created by Suraj Yadav. So kudos to him, really. So actually, he's looking for the job, but that guy has really created a good blog. If you just see this, great work, man. There's nothing that is getting compiled. Let me just see if we can preview index files. Visit our website for the preview. Why is this broken? This is broken for some reason. I am not sure. Yeah, but the whole point is, okay, it's not just plain mdex, it has a React component as well. So that is the reason why it's not rendering, because it's not able to understand this particular syntax. So this is actually globally injected. I think that is the reason why it is working. But to make one blog, what I had to do was I had to create component example like this, and this is a React code. This entire thing is React code, and this was, I think, AI generated. This is the AI generated code that we are looking for, that will just work out of the box. But this was anyways written in React. And if you go back, so this inclusion exclusion principle, the dynamic part of this, let me just go back. The dynamic part of boolean stack. So boolean stack is no longer working. But I think we copied the website, right? So boolean stack v1 prod. I think we edited this to boolean stack astro v1 prod. Yeah. So this website, the entire website was generated statically. If you go back, was this, and let me just course correct everything. Yeah. So this part that you see, this is the interactive part. This is actually the dynamic part of the website, and this was injected using React script. But the time it took for me to create and inject those stuff was a long time, and this is the only reason I'm thinking to migrate this to Next.js. And also Next.js has better ads and support. So these are the stuff that I created already, the code block. And the painful point about Astro is you have to, whatever you create, let's just say the code box you create, let me just show you what do I mean by that. These Astro component that you create, that notation, math block, these are all internal Astro component. But it had some good stuff as well, like KTeX support. It is the latex if you want to add. So this was quite easy in Astro. They gave a lot of plugins. And I think that is the thing I'm going to miss in Next.js about Astro. Apart from that, everything else was just React. I'm anyways injecting React code. And this was not lazily loaded. So let me just go back and see why was, see the network request. Let's go back and see the network request. When we search preview, I don't see anything. There is nothing after this. So let me go back, authors, and tags. Let me just reload it. Yeah, I think we cannot scroll past this for some reason. But I definitely know this is generating on the, yeah, can you see in computer science binary set also, this is getting generated on the server side. This part is getting generated, and for some reason we're not able to scroll down past this. But definitely more, this is also getting generated server side because it's just a loop. What it was not generating, binary search, if you, let me just reload fetch xhr, there we go, response. Let me see the response for this, and let me just write what is binary search algorithm. And I think we should get, yeah, definitely. This is the reason I chose Astro, because of its server side rendering. See how strong is it? I mean, even if you perform SEO, this would be really great. And what is binary search algorithm? So we are getting, yeah, and it worked flawlessly. I mean, this part was getting generated on client side. See, This is a perfect example for binary search. If you see if you give the random target, let's just say 48, it used to work fine. I mean, there is nothing wrong with it. 48. If you want to find 48, next step is going to be, yeah, it's going to have the search space, again have the search space. 45, it tries to find 45 greater, 45 less than 48. It's not able to, so target not found. But if the target does exist, let's just say, there we go. So this was the interactive example, and this was created using Claude AI. I remember Claude. I didn't quite know the exact model. Most likely it's 3.5. Yeah, Cloud 3.5, most likely the basic version of Cloud 3.5. This was created using that. So that's the same thing that I'm trying to create. But I did try to write the blogs. Uh, okay, so this is mastered, right? Let me go back and show you what do I mean by the problems. Let's go back by search, tags, authors, playground, graph algorithms, Tarjan, Khosraj, Omnium, spanning tree, playground. Yeah. So let's say this was the first problem with the Astro was not able to implement the entire UI, and it was actually broken for the dark screen as well. So as you can see, the dark screen is quite broken for this. And this entire the above section, the Boolean stack, author, tags, playground, this entire functionality, the nav bar, that is the thing that sucks in Astro, because the header, whatever header you are going to write, this is going to be implemented in Astro itself. And to be honest, I do not like coding in Astro because it's just we have to put everything. Uh, there is no storage layer support, I would say. I mean, if Astro is making the component, they should have some kind of layer to store and access data, or some kind of API, internal API they should expose, maybe with some cost added to it. But for developer experience, this is just a very bad stuff to do. I mean, to even get the dark mode working. I mean, if you try, this was I think Mia theme of Astro. Let's just go back. Mia, yeah, don't remember that. Mia theme of Astro. Theme Astro. Let's just go back to the Astro theme, Mia theme. Yeah, this was the themes that you get with Astro. And let me just discover more themes. There will be a theme called Mia that I used, and they have changed it. So there does not exist any theme called Mia, but right now it does not exist. But I am pretty sure it was the theme name called Mia that I used for creating this particular stuff. Okay, I'm not sure why they removed this. Minimal portfolio, view results. I'm not sure why they removed it, but it was a pretty slick theme to be fair. And pricing, landing page minimum official. So they just removed this like that. Mm, yeah, they have added quite a lot of themes, but I am not sure I'm going to use it again. So let's just eat something because I'm quite hungry for now. Pocket observability for fallen lights. Hmm. So let's start migrating this because I'm not in love with Astro. Next.js, Tailwind, Starter. So Tailwind is actually the backbone for my entire project. Next.js 14. We do not want Next.js 14. What's the latest Next.js version? I think it's 15. Yeah, definitely. We don't want 14. We're going to get 15. We're going to launch it on 15. We'll go back to the npm part of it. We'll configure using bun itself. So bun create next app, latest my app. Let's go to WAP. Less. So I'm going to actually rename this boolean stack to boolean stack Astro so that there is no confusion. And okay, cd boolean stack less a dot. So something didn't move. So rf boolean stack. I'm just going to delete this out. I don't want to create this again. And we can clone it anytime, right? So the next thing that I want to do, rm, let's just remove this project out for now. Pass through less. I don't know how long it will take, or will it even complete because I have this Astro running here. So let me try it one more time. Yeah, less. So yeah, git make dir boolean stack git init. Yeah, this was the website, right? Boolean stack Astro. I'm going to remove this out. Yeah, remove this out. Let's add existing repository. Boolean stack open, add repository. So there is nothing to commit right now. So let's just git clone the Next.js project. Where is it again? What? Boolean stack. This is actually the UI layer of it. When create next app. I don't know if this will work or not. Yeah, this will work. TypeScript. Yes, I want TypeScript, fast formatter and enter fewer rules. I'll just use ESLint because we want to make it as a standard. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS? Definitely, I want Tailwind. So do you want everything inside SRC? Yes, I want. Do you like app router? This is the core part because I've not used Next.js after Next 12. It's quite a lot of time. But I think you can benefit from this. So I'm just going to choose yes. Turbo Pack. Should we use Turbo Pack? Let's just say yes, because yeah, Turbo Repo, Turbo Pack, I think it's the same. We like to customize the body aspect. For now, let's just keep it as it is. Let's run this out. Since the bun is already installed, bun def npx kill port 3000. Yeah, there we go. We have the control. So this is where the server has started. Let's go back. Localhost 3000. Yeah, so next JS is working. Let me confirm the version if everything is set up correctly. package JSON. Next 15.5 is go to the src, and there is page.tsx. Was L command L. Yeah. So this is already using Tailwind, as you can see. I do not want anything in the Tailwind for now, in the page.index, page.tsx for now. So nothing as such that I am looking for. Just want clean boilerplate for now. Let me figure things out as I code. Hello, and let me just write last name red 500 to make sure everything is working as expected. I do not want any problems. Yeah, there we go. So in the Astro version of it, I never tried using shard CL, but definitely we will, the entire UI part of it, at least we will be using shard CN for that. So to make things smoother from my development process. So this is what we are doing. We are doing the migration first. So let me get back to the reference code. Let me clone the repository inside this. Git clone. Before that, I'll just commit the changes to the main website. Magic commit. And I think I can add, yeah, wizard. Yeah, definitely. I can add wizard right here. Commit, push, description, org. Do I want to push to the organization? No, this is not an org project for now. I again made it private. That's a bad thing I had. Yeah, I decided to make it private, right? So let's just keep it for now. There's no starter, so that is fine. So there are two things: boolean stack, which is public, boolean stack answer, which is public, and boolean stack is private. For now, I'm going to keep okay. I created inside a folder, so that's the bad thing. I'll just do inside boolean stack. I do not want again boolean stack, so I think when I initialized the repo and I created this particular project that I missed, I think one thing that I can do for this is get back to the finder. There's the finder again. Yeah. Desktop, documents, Kailash. And there we go. Boolean stack. Inside that again, we have Boolean stack. And this is where the mess has happened. So we don't want to actually have Git right here. It can be right here, and we just list it out. Not like this as columns. And what we can do is we can copy this Boolean stack. Okay, we do not have to click it actually. Yeah, and we can paste it right here because the files are open. Let me close this out and let me try the because another system is in the progress. So portfolio next. Let me close this out, quit everything. Let me try again. I think some kind of process is using that. So for now, what we can do is just remove everything because we do not want to waste our time. RM, ref, boolean stack. There we go. Less RM, RF, boolean stack. So I think the main problem that we faced for this is when we initialized the app, it created a folder inside a folder. Yes, 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 yes. Turbo repo, yes. Customize import, no. So this is what happened actually. So let me just quickly cd boolean stack cursor dot. So it will open boolean stack again. Everything is installed as per. Yeah. And if I, since I didn't do git init, git init. So yeah, let me go back to the GitHub desktop. Locate, then stack. back, go back, desktop, documents, boolean stack. Again, we have inside boolean stack, we have boolean stack, so that is not a problem. Let me add that project again, add existing repository, choose stack, open, go. Yeah, this works fine. This was the initial commit that I created. Choose the repository, keep the code private. Yes, keep the code private. We'll just add that org as guide for me. That user does not already exist and don't have permission with it. We can create that in the org itself. And creator was verify that user repo does not already exist and just go back. I think that would be better if I create it under the org. Organizations. So this was the org. Yeah. Since this is already created, we cannot recreate the website again. We reclone this again. So what I'll do is I'll just delete this out very fast. Delete this out. Delete. Yes, I have read. Delete. Confirm. And delete this out. So now I'm going to add it in our archive. Publish the repository. Super cool AI visualizer. Publish the repository. Publish the repository. Yeah. Okay. So this entire repo is now published under archive. It's not in the my GitHub. You won't find it. It's right here. Sorry for that. So this is done. We actually want to clone the GitHub text, the main Astro project as well, booleanstack Astro. Just get back, clone this again, but we have to clone it in the okay. Before that, I think we need to access this. Open folder, desktop, documents, Kailash, booleanstack, open. There we go. Terminal. Let's just get back. So this is what we want to clone right here. And two things we are going to do. Once this is cloned, because we actually want to mimic the behavior of fast, right? So we actually want to delete the execute get from. Okay. Since it will create conflict in future, so that's why I removed that git. Yeah, so we can actually delete this as well. We do not. Do we care about open graph processing? We do care about open graph image generation. So whenever you share some URL, let's just say that we created the website and the website created this URL. Let's just say, what was it? Binary search like this. So when we share this website URL in WhatsApp or to Instagram to some random people, then we want the preview to be there, right? So that preview is actually called in the open graph. This is what the open graph does, is it actually creates the preview. So initially what I wrote was I created a script which will generate the preview for the blog. So this is what the script was. What it will do is it will download the blog image. It will download the blog. I mean, it will take a screenshot or something like that, the initial this like this something like this, and this will be considered open graph for for this link. Okay, for this link, you can see that that entire screenshot is going to be preview URL. So that is what I implemented initially. So right now, I don't think so that I have to do uh, downloads an image from URL and saves it locally. Open graph generator. I don't quite remember the script, to be honest. For now, we can just skip it for now. And we also had this hashing algorithm that it generated using AI again. So image processing, we have open graph, and the image processing, resize and optimize image. Some kind of stuff I was doing, I don't even remember this. So in the source, what we have is we have this Astro stuff that we want to migrate. So we just go back and migrate one by one. So in the source, we have app, and I think in the, let's just write hooks. I think inside the app, we can create, this is the main page.tsx entry file. And this is the, inside the page.tsx entry file, we have, what do we have there? Events. Why is nvo.ts like this? Yeah, okay, I remember this. Config, we have posts. In Next.js, I have no idea how I'm going to implement this. So just starting to see the code. And for some other guy, this might take a lot. It might be a lot easier, but I think I'm wasting a lot of time in this stuff. I think let's start with the entry file itself. Index.ts was it. And I think the way this was made and the way I'm making is completely different stuff. So platform entry, play.js. I'm not sure. I'm most likely this is the entry file, most likely. I'm not quite sure, but this has to be the entry file. Handle to back all sections. C pages. Yeah, index.astro. Yeah, this is the entry file index.astro, in which it is wrapped around layout. Inside layout, we have post list. So this is again an Astro component we had. And in the post list, we have some kind of heading, and whatever the number of pages, these are getting returned. Okay, so this is fine, I guess. Heading, and post list. So flex wraps, testify center, child, gap. I think this was the main code of the post. This was the heading, and why is heading like this? Where is it getting from? Okay. So I think layout is where our code is. Yeah, definitely. This is where the first chunk that we want to migrate is. We have props, we have HTML, we have head doc, okay, body. And we also had meta right there. So header, let's just start with the header. As you can see, this was an Astro component that we are going to take as it is. And let's just go back to the main app.jsa. And I'm going to create a folder called as components. And the way respectively, the way I do the code is I divide them into two separate parts. I call them the blocks and I call them major components. Okay, so so the components itself are divided into two separate parts. One are blocks and other are the components. Block are the basic building blocks that created the entire website. So this is not a basic building block. So I'm just going to write header.tsx, and instead of class we have class name. That's the first migration that we have to do, class name. And I think we cannot have the site logos. It can be there, but I think it's better if we create env.js in env.ts, and probably add stuff from there. env.ts, I also had env.ts right here, right? Mode, but okay, heading, site logo, right? Site logo, where is the site logo coming from? Config. So this was the config actually. This was the site config that I statically generated. Let me go back, create another file, config.ts. So I'll just copy paste this out. Google G tag, remove this out, post tags and archive. So for now, we only have site logo, hyphen logo, that's a sweet G. And I'm not sure if just a minute. Mm. So where was I? Site logo, right? This is coming from config. So rafce, here we go, return header. I think uh, we can import site logo, site title from config. Menus we do not have any, right? So headers is also importing menus. So this was the menu that we have. So I have to create another component called as menu .tsx rafce. For now, let's just say that we do not have any theme toggle stuff. Name, class name, class name, class name, class name, theme toggle. So let's just not implement theme toggle for now. We'll keep that as a to do. Okay. So this is in the to do. Header is now going to access menu. Let me import the menu from the code, import menu from this. So this is working fine now. Script if local storage dot theme equal dark. So for now we can remove this because the code of that is being transferred to other part. So for now we can ignore this error, but I don't know. So this is the header, this is the menu. and we want to integrate this in layout, right? Layout.tsx. Let's just for now, uh, editor menu footer. Okay. There. Let me try to see what we have created. Try and run this out and there. Okay. Logo message is missing with property. And actually, we do not even have a logo. That right. So let me go back, see if we have icons. Besides icons, there must be some kind of uh, styles utils. Where is it? Icons. So it was in public, and this was the open graph image I was talking about. This was the open graph image. This is also an open graph image. But we right now only want concern with the logo.svg, right? OG image, old paper texture. I think these are all the required files for the block. We're only considered with the logo.svg. So we're going to take that into consideration and add it right here. I'll just write public for now. And inside public, I'm going to push logo.svg. And let's go to header, site logo. So the first challenge that we are going to face is logo.svg is missing the with property. So let's just solve this using AI. There we go. We have this tab. Measure the SRC logo is missing already defined. So let's ask this out. Why is this? Okay. So I think it gave a width and height to it. Let me try this out. See, so everything is broken, but some things are at least working. That author tags and playground, it is actually as per the booleanstack, right? So see, there's some kind of resemblance as you can see. Author tags playground is there, and it's also there. The author is not loading the logo. So why is it such a case? Because it is which is not loading. We can see that logo.svg. Uh, uh, can you check for next JS 15 docs? Not loading 15 documentation. So I don't know why they have not given any. Okay, it should go in here. Of course, we have a public directory right there, so we don't have to create public. Get deleted. Let's just try it again. Reload the page. There we go. So it's there. Image is not defined. So why do we have this gradient? I do not want that gradient to be fair. So where is it coming from? It must be some kind of, what do you have that gradient? And mm, where is that gradient coming from? Headers. Keep all. Okay, this works fine. So what do I need to change next? Header and menu is ported. Theme toggle, right? So Next.js dark mode. How do we handle dark mode? Dark mode in Next.js. So we have to create layout. We already have layout or T6, right? मेरी किस्मत की So for the body, we have to add the class. I think everything else is fine. This is it. Let me add next themes cd. Okay, why we are having error? Next themes. If we have any, okay, we don't have anything related to this. That is fine, I guess. Now, so if this is done, theme provider should be working. WinDev. So this is part of theme toggle. Let's create that component as well. Theme toggle.tsx. Just refer what theme toggle was doing uh, in here. So theme toggle, right? I think we have to use client directive, but nothing is working actually for now. Okay, so why is that the case? We have to go back, see. Okay, so I think it is applying the theme, but you're not able to see it, right? Yeah, there we go. Color scheme dark. So this is not correctly configured. So most likely that is the configuration issue with the tailwind. Let us go back and fix that. There is no config file as of now. Go back, config file goes to wind. Fix with AI. Keep, and keep. So okay, I was using Daisy UI before. I think that is the wrong direction, and I'm not going to use Daisy UI for this particular application at least. I'll probably use Shard CL. So bye bye Daisy UI. So this is not the correct way to implement it actually. It was good, I mean, I would say, but still Shard CL wins in most of the scenario. So dark mode is applied using that class. Children's support. There is no such thing as children support like that. So just a custom theme. I'm just going to remove this out. So it's no longer required. Base canvas. I think this was taken from the old stuff. So for now, I'm going to keep it like this to remove the astro. Okay, let me see if it's working. Dark mode, light mode, nothing is working as of now. Uh, Dark theme name dark. Okay, because I think uh, this was true. Okay, no, it's not dependent upon the data theme, right? This address is not dependent upon data theme. And we also need to fix where this gradient is coming from. Okay. I'm not sure where that is that gradient. Okay. We have this gradient right here. Hmm. Let's just search for this text and remove the entire gradient out first. So there we go. Do not need this sticky top Z. I do not think we require sticky header for now. We do not require the transition as well. So just remove the class name itself. Yeah, there we go. This looks better. And we just need to change the dark and light theme, right? For that, we have menu. Inside menu, we have theme toggle. In theme toggle, we have dark light theme, right? So what we can fetch is we can fetch the body, and that is actually part of layout, right? So in layout, we have theme provider, we have body, but inside theme provider, we have default system. And let me just see a particular way. How can I do this? Set mounted, if not mounted, dark. Dark mode in Next.js. So theme provider, we did it. We already wrapped this. app router configuration. With this, wrap your app.js component with theme provider and set attribute to class. Theming with Tailwind, dark mode class. Mm, tool.config.js and I've written CJS. So is it because of that it's not loading? I'm not sure. Okay, doesn't feel a difference to me. Then what do I have to do? Just theme, set value theme. I think global.css is this one. So what I can do is I can just check if it is working. Global.css, we have this inline and we do not want anything else. For now, let's just check if it works. There we go. So the dark mode is there. Let me reload it. Do we have any issues? We do not. Playground. So definitely this is unstable for now. Links are not present. And I don't know if this is persistent. Let me try dark, reload light, dark, reload dark. So I think this is persistent enough for now that I do not see any difference. But yeah, the dark mode is at least working. But actually we created everything before using, what do we say, Astro, right? And these are all uh, components of Daisy UI. And I think Shardscene also has this, but we actually have to manually migrate this out. It might not look something like this. So let's just see how we can implement this. Okay, this is the first thing down. The header is made, and I'm not going to create footer for now. Let's leave it. Let's just focus on the elements that are core elements. That is the blog itself. The how do we make this work? So I think Next.js also has support for Markdown. Let me go back and check if we have Markdown for Next.js. Yeah, we can set up a Markdown for Next.js. How can we do it though? Mm, how do you use Markdown MDX in Next.js? So there is some kind of Markdown file. MDX package generated or configuration can be processed Markdown. So let's just go back to the terminal. Yeah, we definitely want Markdown, but is that the right way ahead? Again, I'm confused because do we actually need Markdown? The nice Markdown package, just say if I use Markdown. So let's just say if I use Markdown file, uh, the trade-off is again going to be the management of the types. Again, I'll get back to the same stuff. So I don't think so. Markdown is the correct way forward for the Boolean stack. So where can I go back? I don't think so. Markdown. Nope. I'm not going to use Markdown. So that's the same rabbit hole that I went before. So no Markdown for the app. Uh, okay, theme toggle. So how are we going to make the blog look something like this then? Uh, that's the problem, right? We want some kind of these features as well, and Markdown was giving these features quite well. if we don't use Markdown, we cannot make vlog. If we do use Markdown, that is the easiest. I think Tailwind also has its own library, Pros, I believe. Tailwind, I don't know what was the plugin name. Tailwind Pros. I think, yeah, Tailwind says a typography. So we can actually use it if we want. So it also renders something like Markdown. Yeah, it's kind of similar looking, right? So it's rendering the Markdown as well. So we actually do not care if it's uh, coming from Markdown or not. And yeah, and this is even better because we are having the HTML attributes themselves, like h1 tag, p tag, uh, these tags as well. So this is much better in terms of a way of writing because the code generator that we are building will understand HTML way better than Markdown. So yeah, that's the first thing. So Tailwind typography we want to implement in the next JS. So Tailwind typography we will GitHub. So let's just add this out, and I'm feeling pretty sleepy, but let me implement few stuff and then I'll go to sleep. One add -d Tailwind typography. So it is installed. Let me import that in style file. Logo.css. We go plugin. Then if you're still using Tailwind, add the plugin to the Tailwind config. Just go back. So where was the Tailwind config? There we go. Tailwind, okay, Tailwind CSS typography. I think this is already present right here. I do not have to add it. So I'll just test it out if it is working correctly by going to the head. And you know what I can do? Let's go back to the page.tsx. This is where the header was, and the quick case of the world. This should be in a very highlighted way. Yeah. So the typography is at least not working correctly. So that's the one thing for sure. I need to fix the typography for this because uh, class name is equal to rows. Let's just try this out. This works and it's not working. So that means this is not working as expected. So I think that's the only thing we have to add. Uh, yeah, rows is the only thing we have to add, right? Apart from that, I do not see any issue. Let's just go back. Uh, and see h1, or let me just wrap this around div class name. There we go. So let me try to open this out. Yeah, there we go. So it works, right? So I'm able to see hello world in capital stuff. And I think UI is quite broken for now because, of course, I use Pros, right? And I wrapped this in Pros LG and I wrapped the header as well. So think I'll just create a div right here. We can forget about the semantics and SEO for now. I just want to get it working. Then I'll just focus on SEO. So that is fine, I guess. Yeah, so I think this should work as expected. There we go. So class pros, max with screen auto, let's just see. Yeah, there we go. So it works fine uh, with the class names, but the dark is not, dark is still not working correctly. That we have to fix. Maybe in the global CSS, where the color is the text color, right? Text color. And if we have dark, the text color is this. Oh, I'm not quite sure how we are going to implement this, but let's just go to the theme toggle. In theme toggle, we have dark, light, dark. And if we toggle this thing out, then the layout should change, right? The page at least should change. I think this is an hydration issue, right? Definitely. This can be SSR component used. What I'm not sure is how am I going to make this uh, hello world as a dark mode, because in dark mode it is expected that this will be a bit different. Let me just go back to the styles. Mm, not sure why we are getting this, but definitely scheme dark means we should get the text color as this, unless we did an overriding of the hello world. Did we do it? We did not do the overriding, so I'm not quite sure why is it not working then. Class name dark text white. Let's just try this out. And text black. So dark mode is definitely broken for now. What can I do to fix it? Hmm. Let's try using AI first. If AI is able to fix it, can you fix the dark mode implementation? Seems broken. So the tailwind pick for dark mode is not working correctly. Plus suppress hydration dark theming. One more thing I missed was adding asking to the correct tail. Yeah, actually. I'm not sure we can stop this out, but now we are going to use Cloud Sonnet. This is the normal version that I'm using. And I don't know it's about image type. I'm not even providing any image format. I'm not sure why this error. Come on, cursor. I'm paying you up for this. And for some reason, it cannot access it. So, okay, this is what I missed actually. Yeah, dark mode is should be class. I was watching this and I forgot. Okay, keep it, keep it. And we have doubles, duplicates. Next file we have, okay, it made a lot of suggestions actually. It's giving a lot of suggestions. I think these are all good suggestions that it's providing me with. Keep, and keep. Just focus on this. There we go. So I think the hello world part header, theme toggle layout, which in the dark we have text white. In normal we have text black. This should work, right? But it's not working. I think there is an override. Mm, okay. Dark mode, text change, text color change is not working. Possible shoes. Let's go back. See why it's not working. I think this is already done, so I'm going to skip it. People.css, they are conflicting with the tailwinds. Of course they are. It is what I thought. Okay, they might be conflicting, and I don't think so. The scope approach. And now the global now I think no longer works. This is the reason I wanted the agent to be Claude, because that will fix the issue for good. I think Claude is a pretty good model, to be honest. I'll just actually create a new chat with clouds on it. Dark mode is not working. And just see the cursor explore this stuff. If it does not work, most likely I'll try that out sometime in morning. I will fix the dark mode issue. Let me examine the current files. Okay, while this is running, while this wipe coding stuff is working, can identify why this not working. Is it because of something like this? Yeah, color is dark is fine. That's fine. Either it's the tailwind issue or some kind of config I'm missing it. I'm missing yes, model imports with common is here. Okay. So the wipe coding is failing. We can't wipe code this out, I guess. Let's go back. So the state at which this has left me is actually even bad. So is there a way to revert this out? I don't know. Mm, Skip, because this is not correct. Definitely is not correct. We're adding typography right here, children support right here. skip it out. Next themes. I think what I require is the global.css file, html.dark, stream dark. What was the plugin name for this? Yeah, this was the tailwind plugin tailwind typography. Let's just go right, add it right here. Just go back, see this, it works, it's not working. So something definitely I messed it up. I think I should commit the changes back. Uh, revert the change. Keep. Either tailwind typography or dark in the box. I think both are broken for now. So also want to actually close the MCP server. So it's actually wasting quite a lot of resources, I guess. There must be MCP tool, right? The big go sequence something. I'm going to disable this out. Don't think I require it for now. Skip. 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 So I'm not sure why this error we are facing could not resolve value in theme color. I think okay, it does not have this particular values. For some reason we don't have this. And the best thing we can do is remove this out completely for now. We don't require it. Just see, cannot apply unknown utility bg white. So where is it? Bg white. So this is not correct. This is definitely not correct. We're in a state where we cannot implement it. I think we need to revert few files for this. Mm. This was fine. Fine. This was discarding this out. Yeah, so this was fine, right? Things started breaking after this. Config theme equals dark header. So only this much we are able to create, and the process not working as well. Let's get back to the menu header, pick toggle layout. The page itself we have the stuff. Def last name is equal to sorry, last name is equal to pros. Okay, so this should work, right? But it's not working. Definitely tailwind typography is missing. So I think there was this file that I entirely copied, I guess. Should not have actually, but because I will just copy the content of those file. Where was it? github.com/. There we go. Just get the content of these files. Booleanstack Astro. We only care about tailwind config CJS. Let me write tailwind.config.cjs. Default. Okay. Keep. Okay. So dark mode we have to give it class. And you can remove this daisy UI stuff. You can in fact remove daisy UI. Don't require daisy UI anymore. Remove the Astro as well. So I think this is fine. Now we need to check why this is not working. You have to do CJS, you have to do JS. Actually need to learn that as well. Okay. This is not working at least. Is it because of global CSS? Yeah, definitely. Tailwind typography. Yeah, so this is working. Typography is working. Now the last thing we want to fix is the uh, dark mode, right? Let's just go to scheme dark. Dark. Does that make any difference? Does not make any difference. Dark. So where is it getting applied? First of all, is it getting applied on HTML? Yeah, it is getting applied on HTML. So what are the things it's modifying? Okay, so this is working actually. Uh, Body root color scheme dark, background color. I think for this root, color is equal to foreground. I think you're swapping the colors right here. This is fine. And for text, right? For text, this is just for body. But what if it had everything in it? Then would that work? Still not working because for body, okay. So I'm not quite sure how we can implement this out. Uh, Windows command L, and dark mode is actually one of the feature that is mandatory. Is it mandatory, or should we focus on the more different part of it? Okay, for now, what we can do is we can just skip the dark mode, and probably I'll add it so later, and then try to fix it sometime later. For now, it's taking a lot of time. We can just skip this feature for now. It's not as important as you think. The dark mode, we can just set up everything in the light mode for now. So back to the tailwind. Mm, Global CSS is going to remove the inline and the background as well. So this will make sure it is included in the light mode. Okay. So though there is no external styling that has been applied, there is no button menu header. This is the code we removed earlier, right? We need this out. Yeah, it's still there, right? Theme toggle we need to change actually. Body, HTML, body. Is it even working? This is not working, and I don't know why this is not working. I think this is getting overridden by some of the properties in the later part of it. And there we go. We don't want any dark or light mode for now, right? So just remove this out. Yeah, night screen. There we go. Out. I just want to check if at least this is even working. Well, and root background text background. Yeah, text color. So this is not working. Clearly not working. So okay, dark. Okay, that is fine. I think next thing we want is normalize CSS. So this is the normalization for the CSS. Let me just copy that out. And I'm not sure if it's imported. Yeah, it's imported right here, right? So normalize.css. This is the normalized kit we have. should be added in the app. So in the layout TSX for global import normalize. So we'll replace. Yeah, this is fine, I guess. Remove that out, and there you go. So let's just go back, see if everything is still working. Yeah, we need to remove the theme toggle as well, right? Menu, playground, theme toggle, and I think we just gave it in headers, right? Theme toggle, we can just remove that out. For now, there is no theming option. I actually have to read documentation properly and then probably implement this out. So this is fine. Okay, so this much is fine. This much is working fine. And the next thing that we want to migrate is uh, okay, components themselves. So the coding part was implemented using Codebox. I do have it right here. I think I used React Code Mirror, UIW's React Code Mirror. If you see, this was the only good code editor that I could find, which was working at that time in 2021 or 2 when I. Yeah, the code mirror is fine. I think right now the React code mirror is in 2.4.25, but the code mirror itself is a pretty mature project, to be honest. Uh, Not just UI WJS code mirror. I'm talking about the code mirror, the basic code mirror itself. So this is a pretty good code editor in browser if you want to have. And for my website as spacekey.netify.app, I use the same stuff. In fact, it has the features of syntax highlighting if you want. So for X in range, let's just say I'm writing Python or something like that. Syntax. So this gives you pretty good syntax highlighting and those stuff. So pretty capable, and you can use this code mirror with a lot of plugins it has, including autocomplete code, folding, search replace, and all the stuff. I mean, even in this particular version, I have this particular plugin search and replace. So pretty sleek, to be honest. You can try that out if you want. Uh, Apart from that, think code mirror is there. So let's just migrate this Python code. What is this doing? Python code block. I'm not sure what this is doing. Let me just see the code itself. Mouse up, mouse down, Python code block. Size. Okay, I remember this. I think this is part of the playground that we have. I don't think we require this anymore. Let me just show you this. There was this playground that I created. I think the name of this is runner, and it is hidden. Yeah, this was the playground I created. I think I connected this with Cloudflare functions. So if I try to run it, it should work. As now, I think there will be some cold start, but yeah, this works, right? The Python code execution works. And if, in fact, if you can try for X in range 10, uh, print X. X is comma X and F. We try to run this out. There we go. It's pretty fast for a API call, to be honest, because the way it gives me the results is pretty fast. Yeah, it is that fast. It's executing and giving me the results back. So, and it also shows you the variables that are in use. So, yeah, there's a pretty good Python playground, to be honest. Then coming back to the source, so this was this Python playground that was created, and the way I recognized was because of the resize icon and the GitHub dark mode and the resizable panel. I was able to recognize this, and this was the code box, the main code box that you see right for this runner. Where is it? Is it again? Uh, it's in, I guess, yeah, this part. This part is the code box. This entire part. This entire part is the code box, the left hand side one. Then this is the resizable plugin. Plugin. It's not a plugin actually. It's a, what is it called again? Resizable, not library. Just package, you can say. Yeah, it's just a normal package. It's not a library, to be honest. But yeah, it does a pretty good job, because I think same resizable stuff is available in Leetcode if you go right now. And even if you click on the current whatever we want to do, so same resizable stuff is available. It was inspired from that, and I think they have implemented the resizable themselves in the code. It looks something like that only. Okay, minus the drag and drop stuff that Leetcode additionally supports, but overall this looks fine. We want to migrate that to the code base. This can be migrated out, to be honest, but I'm not sure we need it. I'm not sure we need this, to be honest. Having this will actually add a lot of load in the website. Since you're only going to support three languages, C++, Python, and Java, is there any other way we can do it? Because Astro was using Shiki. Astro, ASTR, AstroJS was internally using Shiki, I guess. Yeah. So syntax highlighting was built-in feature of Astro. So I did not have to write any single line of code to actually implement this out. I created a wrapper that over this particular code block. Now that I'm not using this, I have to rethink the decision of it. Because even though we have these many languages supported, I'm not sure we should use it. Do we have any code tabs? What is code tabs using? I mean, I need to check. Yeah. So see this code right here. This is coming from Astro components earlier. Now we actually have to implement this ourselves. And this itself is a challenge, because it can take my 1 hour for implementation totally, and the code that I've written for this. So what I can do for now is just hack the way around, maybe create the code box. This code box is already in React, right? I just need to install a few extensions and this is good to go. So just create a new component called as codebox.tsx. Yeah. And UW React. So this we have to install. I'm not going to copy going to go into it. I'm just going to copy the ones that I used earlier. So I think this was it, right? Not using Shiki anymore. So Astro do not have so React does not have Shiki built in like Astro has. So don't have that privilege, but definitely this is one of the hack that you can use. If you ever want to add dependency, just copy paste the package JSON and just run bun install bun. I think this will work. We'll just install the code mirror and whatever else that you added in the dependencies. Yeah, like that, just like that. These are added. So Codebox now has access to React Code Mirror. This is actually installed already, but you're not saying it. It's fine. Code Mirror View, Code Mirror Plan Pythons. Okay, so Code Mirror is not installed, right? So we actually need to install the Code Mirror as well. So from here we have these two stuff. copied. Uh, and we also want lucid icons actually, but for now we are going to skip it. We'll definitely will add lucid icons in the code as well. So let's just copy that in package JSON. So migration takes a lot of time. Sometimes it takes 2 days, 3 days, depends on the time. But I want to complete this in entire one day. So we'll just see how it goes. So the code box is not giving any type suggestion. I did a theme type. Where is it coming from? So earlier this was defined in some type file. Yeah, there we go. I did a theme type. So I did not create any type files for this. Let me just create a code box as a folder. Inside code box, add the code box. I'm just writing the types in the files itself. We can separate them out, and this is not actually a good pattern. What I'm going to do is copy this entire type definitions into some to a file for now, because we cannot leave everything for the future. We have to clean the code itself. Types.ts. There we go. Yeah, this is, I think, should do fine. The props unknown. Export type code mirror props. And let me show you one more thing. Okay, let me open the cursor again. So it was throwing me a lot of these warnings. That's the reason I closed the app. And now it does not throw any warning right here. Whatever is imported is imported. So what are the things that I need to change? Editor types. Anything that needs to be added. Types, but it is never used. Code mirror props. Remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this, remove this. I think the rest is fine, I guess. Language. Okay, so this is code box, and I'm not going to add any stuff. And let me try to integrate that code box, if check if everything in the code box is working as expected. Code box, data, hello, import. There we go. We'll just try to run this out. If this is already running, then I don't know. But yeah, I think this is not running. And burn def. We go, load the page. Use client, of course. We have to use client with code box. And this is not a server side stuff, so I'm pretty hesitant on that actually. Exchange handler returns server explicitly marking with functions cannot be passed directly to client unless you explicitly expose it marking loop to server, or maybe you meant to call this function rather than to return it. Data. I'm not sure this should work, right? User of window works in. So I think code mirror has its dependency. I think it's shipping a lot of JS, so I think use client is the only possible option we have. And I'm not sure with this error. So like by coding, I'm going to check why this error exists. It's going to pass function like we create a wrapper environment for the client. So it created a wrapper component, and what's going to do? There occurred because you were trying to pass a function from server component or client component. Just server cannot pass functions directly from the client. These are the things that I don't have any idea about, and feels like noob because I've not used Next.js for quite a long time. I think the entire community has changed. See the issue, even though I created a wrapper, you're still trying to pass a server even from the handle. I don't want this page, entire page to be rendered on client. Yeah, this is what this is like, but I don't want this stuff. Yeah, this is definitely wrong, and I don't. I mean, even though it's rendering correctly, this is not the correct approach using the client. So either we wrap this and use client and use client, but this is not working then. What are the possible? Winner cannot be passed to a client component prop. If you need interactive, they can't. So this is not possible. Think this is it for the day one, I guess. So we've not implemented anything in this. We are just doing migration, and once the migration is done, the first thing that we will be making is the custom sheet, coding sheet, and the user form sheet. And once that is done, we'll configure the N10 definitely. I actually need to also learn the N10. So tomorrow I'll learn the N10 and then we can get back. So that is it for the stream. See you guys in the next. So this was my first stream. So, and yeah, bye.